My name is Emilio Sparks. If you found your way here, you probably have seen me get into some pretty wild situations with some of wrestling's biggest stars of today. This is Marina Shafir.
Oh, God.
The stoic muscle behind Jon Moxley and the Death Rider.
As Cassie laid out and Rocky Romero.
You don't know me.
That's true. I don't. But in a few minutes, that's going to change. And this is her real-life ride or die, her baby daddy, Roderick Strong. For the last 20 years, Roddy's been tearing it up in some of the best promotions, delivering 5-star matches everywhere and anywhere he goes. Today, we pull up to Glory Martial Arts Center in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn for a jiu-jitsu lesson to learn some self-defense tactics, and maybe, just maybe, we get a lesson in love and marriage.
Love and marriage. You ready to do this today? Oh yeah. Bang! Ready. Sick of us already. Ready. Sick of us. Oh yeah. What's up?
Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Ali. Welcome to Brooklyn. Welcome to Glory Martial Arts. What we're gonna do is today, it's a guard that people are playing with now, especially when they're looking to sweep or attack certain things, right? It's called the K guard. This type of guard, it works perfectly fine when your partner is kneeling down on their knees. I have to off balance my partner in order to create some space for myself to get my knee to the mat, right? So notice how I'm on my hips, I'm on my side, and I'm going under, I'm underhooking his knee. You bring the knee to the chest here, hook on the hip, which controls him, leg over to the opposite side, hooking, extending, peeling, coming up, right? We also have attacks and so on, right? So let's just do this for the first, maybe just like 5 minutes.
Do you know what they say? Couples that jiu-jitsu together stay together. You guys normally practice like that together?
She wants to more. Honestly, we did quite a bit until my neck injury.
Yeah.
And then we've only one other time in 2 years, so today was a super special day. But now I'm the confidence coming out of this, it's gonna become more of a thing, because man, I miss this so much.
Once you get the bug, there's so much you want to learn, there's so much you want to do. And for me, it's always a matter of control, because when it's like a fight or flight thing. So you either have two options, either you crumble or you get out of your head and you take on this challenge. Yeah. And I always look at it it's not you versus them, it's you versus you and whatever it is in your head. You said on Renee a long time ago that jiu-jitsu and martial arts in general is your safe space that allows you to de-stress, decompress, and to find yourself again. When you do this now, where are you now in that headspace?
It's all the same. It's just the circumstances are a little bit different, but when I get on the mat, it's everything around me is orbiting until and it's boom. And you have to take everything one step at a time.
If y'all want, grab a quick sip of water maybe. If you have mouthpieces, that's fine. If you don't, it's totally fine as well. And then we're just gonna put a couple minutes on the board and we're just gonna do a couple rounds with each other.
How do you carry over what you do on the mat in regards to pro wrestling? Because sometimes it's either hit or miss. It's a real niche fandom to watch a specific type of grappling in professional wrestling that circles around this. So what are the differences that you noticed from Bloodsport as opposed to AEW or Defy?
Competitiveness, the competitive nature is the same, but yet different. You gotta really truly rest on what you know and be honest with yourself about what you don't know. Expose but not expose the other person in a sense.
Well, there's a juxtaposition.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
You know, she went from WWE, and then she did the Indies, and like finding herself within that, and then Bloodsport, which really helped open her up to the fact that, like, you know, how great I feel she can be and how unique she is.
You do this really cool thing, and I know, you know, you've had conversations before where you feel sometimes that you are not the most comfortable doing the thing, cutting the promo, saying the whatever, the words, but you do something that is incredible. I don't know if you noticed this. You tell a story with your face, and you have these intense eyes. And this is something that Roddy told me years ago when you guys first started dating, how intense you were and how you always bring your A game just by this. So, you know, how does it feel doing that now where you're coming out and you have the smoky eye and you're flinging dudes and you're throwing uppercuts and you're like really doing what you did today, but on TV, and people are seeing it and they're just like taking to it like gangbusters on social media?
I feel like I've come full circle and into a whole different fucking orbit, to be honest with you. That's honestly what it feels like.
You know, John Moxley has spoke very highly of you. So how did Mox come up to you and approach you about joining like the clique?
Moxley had texted me and he let me know that he was gonna stop by and he wanted to talk to me. And in between the two shows, I was just sitting outside chilling and he came up and just told me his plan and told me what he needed. And then Wednesday, my whole life changed. Like, Saturday, I was wrestling at an indie show, sacrificing time away from my family. These are like, that's the thing, like, being honest, like, I don't have to do this, but for my own personal, like, growth and for me to feel like I'm not giving up anything of myself, because I see that happen so often, and it fucking enrages me, and it just sucks these fucking tears back in, because I'm making that decision. I'm not giving up anything more of myself than I already have.
Like, all of it's crazy, because, you know, people have said, oh, she has a job, this reason, this. She's done it all on her own. I've never asked anybody to do anything for her. And the fact that, like, he saw the heart and the willingness, and he's obviously a fucking driven dude. Like, it's super impressive. And see, that's what pro wrestling is. You go in that with that war mentality of, like, you know, wrestling is what it is, but man, when you go in there, it is a war, and you're making him beat you.
Nice. Follow him up. Beautiful.
What's cool to see is both of you are now experimenting on two completely different realms. Yeah?
Cut the music! No Neck November is in full effect, baby!
You are leaning more now, or you were.
Yeah.
We're leaning more into the character work.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was some comedic levity to you, specifically with the stuff you were doing with Adam Cole. And you showed an incredible range, right?
He's my best friend! He's my best friend! I love you, Adam!
How are you figuring out the balance of being Roderick Strong, the intense performer in the ring, and this, well, wait a minute, I'm funny. I can actually do this.
Yeah, you know what's, it blows my mind, because I was telling her, like, before I went, a lot of the reason I wanted to go to AEW is just to have the opportunity to expand myself and just try different things.
Valiant! He ripped off his neck through the pain! Oh, good Lord! Is there anything this man can't put himself through?
And it was like, I was going there ready for anything. And just to really be able to, like, make the character adjustments. If I decided to do something, like, this fucking mustache was a joke. I wanted to pop my son and her, and then Troy acted like he didn't even see it for like a day, and she was like, I love it. And I'm like, oh God, do I have to keep this thing?
You have to now.
I call this my Uncle Kevin phase, because my Uncle Kevin is like a father figure to me. And it's like, when I was a kid, I just used to think he was the biggest dick, but he wasn't. He was just like, he was a strong man, and he wanted, he was trying to instill some stuff in us, and he's like one of my favorite people on the planet now.
Strong man, strong mustache.
Oh, dude, unbelievable.
Marina, what do you think of what your husband's doing now, currently?
Oh my God. He's actually like having fun. He's honing into something, like to a part of his character that he has created in like the first 20 years of the 30 years that he's been doing this. And he's actually able to like lean onto that characteristic so much.
I think personally, I just needed to open myself up, and over time, like become more vulnerable to different, just myself, and expose myself to the world about who my life and where I've been and who I am, for me to allow myself to be like that in wrestling.
I've noticed that this is the overall theme. As I continue to do this with like your peers, I'm learning that there's a vulnerability in just doing some things outside of our comfort zones. Like specifically doing jiu-jitsu was something for me that I have to get out of my comfort zone because there was a fear to it. And once I let that go, a whole world of possibilities open up. We're doing this today. We're hanging out. We're having a conversation. You choked me out. It's just a whole thing.
Yeah.
We're swap and sweat, baby.
Yeah.
I want to tell you guys, thank you. I appreciate you guys for tapping in and hanging out with me today. Definition of couple goals. I want to find a partner that I can do what you guys did today, because there is a connection and there is just a bond that I really fell in love with you guys today because of how organic and real you guys are. So, can we do a sweaty group hug?
Oh yeah.
She
always does. She does.
These motherfuckers.
She